star turned esports coach.
But I was getting the stink eye from my wife. She's like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing."
One might love his Switch more than his girlfriend.
Man, I hope she's not listening to this. Please.
And one's a dad who can't stop playing Rocket League.
These kids these days, they're like, blah, 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 blah. We're used to jump and run.
Together, they welcome you to Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge.
Yo, what's up, y'all? It's Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge. I'm your host, Ahman Green, along with my good friend, John Adias. How you doing, John? What's good with you?
What's up? What's going on, Ahman? How are you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing good. Checking in from last week. I been busy as a parent, helping kids move. So we met my stepson and daughter and then his girlfriend. We all helped them move down to Chandler, Arizona this past weekend. And there's my puppy right there, Ace. He's just chilling.
Yeah,
right
I was
there.
going to say, your dog's chilling.
The dog is chilling. So, yeah, we helped him move to Chandler, Arizona last week. And we started driving on Friday morning and did 12 hours on Friday and then 12 hours on Saturday. We were cooking and got to Chandler. The fun things, I mean, if you don't see this real quick, I have a little graphic here off to the right. And I don't know what it's doing right now. It's in its own mindset. It was perfect yesterday. I did a run of show, just to run this, all the graphics through that I I put in today, and this thing is doing its own thing. It has its own mind right now. So that's the Mind Greens logo, Gamers Lounge logo podcast. So we're gonna show. I'm trying to bring in some new stuff to the podcast and for the people on Twitch. So everybody on Twitch, you can see this graphic having a hissy fit over here. I don't know what it's doing, but we're gonna work through it. We're gonna do this thing. So. We drove. The interesting part was about the trip was I did not know that I heard of the mountains. Obviously, I heard of Flagstaff, Arizona, northern Arizona, but I've seen the mountains from distance, but never experienced driving through those mountains in northern Arizona and coming out of New Mexico. That's where we're already elevated. I didn't realize like going in New Mexico, we were going above, way above sea level, and coming down the mountains, like I've driven in mountains before, the Colorado Rockies, the Cascades when I was a Seahawk, and it was just like, it's just interesting. And my wife was freaking out because she was like, "Oh my God, why are we going so fast?" I'm like, "Babe, we're going down a mountain. It's called gravity. We're gonna go fast. I'm not hitting the gas. I was just tapping the brake, not to hit it fast." So we got through the mountains, and it took I think the last leg of the trip was all mountains. Probably like 2.5 hours. It was crazy how long we were in the mountains, and it was interesting. So for anybody that is new to driving and you got to drive through northern Arizona, get your mind right because it's going to be crazy. Wow. It's going, and unfortunately, there were 2 accidents that we saw. We drove past. One, I believe it was no injuries. It was a 18-wheeler cab somehow caught on fire.
That's good.
It was somehow, we saw it on the other side of the road. It was totally burnt to a crisp. And then the other one was a motorcycle accident, and we did not see the cyclist. Like, we drove past, and the time we drove past, we must have been like 10 minutes from when it actually happened because the police officers of Highway Patrol just got to the accident site, and it was nobody. We saw the motorcycle like up on the mountain, or the side of the mountain because the medium had a little bit of the mountain in it, and all you see is this motorcycle in there. But I'm looking for a body and I don't see nothing, and I'm like, oh man, I hope they're okay. And actually they're unfortunate they weren't. We found out later because my stepson, we had passed him on the highway, and his girlfriend and her mom and dad, and they said that it was basically a fatality in that motorcycle accident. So I was like, oh wow. To see that, so that was a little eerie to see that because you see a motorcycle down on the ground, I've seen the videos, sometimes they're videos of people falling off a bike and people laughing about it, haha. But then now I was like, it's on a mountain and we're already going fast downhill, so I was like, ooh, okay.
Two things real quick.
Yeah,
I know there are probably some motorcycle enthusiasts out there. That is obviously, for me, the number one reason I don't ever want to get on a motorcycle,
right, is
because that's all you've got to protect yourself is a helmet.
Yes,
that's it. I mean, that's it, man. And so and when you get in an accident, it doesn't need to be your fault. It's because the other guy. And so you have to rely on everybody else seeing you, and I just don't trust. I don't trust it at all. And not to make light of that situation because that's obviously really tragic. But have you seen the video of the guy? He like gets hit by a motorcycle and he flips up and he lands on top of a car.
Yeah,
and then he just kind of holds onto the car.
I've seen that.
Like,
yes, I've seen that.
That is the most amazing video I think that exists right now, is that someone got hit off a motorcycle, did a flip, landed on a car like a superhero, and is alive to tell. Like, if that happened to me, I'd be like, okay, motorcycles are done. That was it. I just won the lottery.
Right. That was the best situation that could have happened in that that. And I believe that was on Ridiculousness on Rob Deere Day.
Probably.
And with Stilo and Chanel. I've seen that. They had that video on there. So, enjoyed that trip. Enjoyed Arizona for the day because it's Arizona. It was perfect weather. It was 70 degrees, 70, 75 during the day. Got a little chilly at night, like around 40. But it's 40 Arizona. It's not 40 Wisconsin. Or you know the difference. We people that live in the Midwest, when you're in like Florida, Texas, Arizona, California, what is this thing doing? What are you doing? Stay still.
It's got it.
The
AI is taking over.
The AI is taking. I got to take the tracking off. But you go to them places and right away, man, this ain't nothing. But everybody like, oh, it's cold here. Like when I was in Houston, 40 degrees. I'm in a shirt. Oh. You like my shirt? My Erica Badu saying, pimp the system. It's from my sister made this, by the way. And
oh, really?
One of my sisters, yes, Sharita. So she does that. But yeah, it's like you get in those warm weather places. I was in Houston. I'm in a shirt and shorts in 40 degrees. Everybody looking at me like, what's wrong with you, man? I'm like, man, what do you mean? It's nice out. They're like, no, man, it's cold. They got triple down bubble, do the goose feather coats on and a beanie and gloves. I'm like, y'all.
Have you seen the news reports from a few years back when it got like cold in the 50s or 40s in California? And I think it was summertime or something like that. At night, it got and they had like the weathercast, like, make sure to bring your jackets. And they're like, take it as like breaking news. It's going to get in the 40s. And I just, for being in the upper Midwest, you just laugh at that stuff. You're like, this is what's leading the newscast. Like, make sure to bring sweatshirts and coats. Like,
exactly.
Come on, guys. You guys are going to survive. Everybody's going to be okay.
Right. Come on, yeah.
It's 51 degrees outside.
Exactly. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. So, yeah, that was my trip. And so, to the Twitch chat real quick. What's up, Denai? Big B in the house. What's up, Greenie? So, Denai says, yeah, motorcycles are sad. One of the reasons why I'm hesitating in getting my own bike. And Big B says, none of the motorcycles are safe. And they're not safe when you don't respect the rules. When you don't wear that helmet, you don't wear all that. Now you know why they wear all that leather, to keep their skin on. They wear all the cow skin to make sure they keep their skin, basically. And Big B says, yes, 40s is a warm up in the north. That is for sure. So John, what was your last week like?
Two big things since the last time we did the podcast. I bought AirPods. Okay, now I'm going to sound like an Apple commercial.
Which brand? It was an Apple or Dre Beats?
Apple the AirPod Pro.
Okay.
AirPod Pro. So they have this noise canceling system in there.
Yeah.
That I had never heard before, but I was on a volleyball trip at the University of Wisconsin, and somebody there said, "Here, just try these on, see what you think of them." Because I have the old AirPods, not the AirPod Pro. I put them on. They put on the noise canceling, and I'm sitting across the table, and someone is doing this. And I'm like, you're messing with me. You're just, and I take him out like, you're pretending to talk right now, aren't you? I'm like, no, like that's how good the noise canceling is. So I immediately got on and bought them right away. It's so cool. Like if you put them on and like, whoop, everything's gone.
Really?
Yeah. And I don't even know how to do it. Probably magic. And then the other thing is, I started a podcast. I got 5 episodes in, so I've got a side podcast from this podcast called the John Cast Podcast. Yep. Go Apple, Spotify. Yep. Not on iHeart, but Apple, Spotify are the two main ones. You can go there and you can go download and listen. It's just me talking to people I find interesting. At some point, I hope to have them on the podcast and we can just chill.
I'm there. I like to chill.
So I do that a couple times a week, and that's what I'm doing.
Yep. Or how the kids say it today, vibe. Vibe is the new chill. Vibe is the new chill. Just
I
so
better-
you know,
I better-
I've been around,
okay.
you know, my Lakeland players, my kids, and Vibe, Cap, Sus,
I've heard that.
you know, suspect, but Cap,
Suspect, yeah.
Cap is lying. You're capping instead of saying lying. And then
Okay.
the one you
Yeah.
just said, I might blank for a
Vibe.
second. Vibe, cool. So
Vibe.
Vibe is the new chill. Sus is
Okay.
suspect,
I can-
and then Cap is lying, basically. Yeah,
I can do that.
yeah.
I do a lot of vibing on my podcast. This
Right. Deny, no, I did not get my ticket for the Halo Championship Series that's coming up for the new Halo Infinite game. I'm way behind the 8 ball, John. I'm struggling. Well, it's fun. I got an excuse. I was on the highway for 2 days. Let's start there first. And then I've been back to coaching. So there you go. I got some excuses. I got some pretty good excuses here. So let's get into. Okay, I'm gonna make sure this works right. Y'all see that? We're switching over. Quit this on my face though, but it's okay.
Oh, yeah. Here we
Quit
go.
hit bites. So for the first quit hitting bite news bites, I'm gonna start it off with streamer. How do you say her name? I don't want to say it. It's the star streamer. Or is that Armornath? She's been banned from Twitch, TikTok, and Instagram, but she's still be okay. She's a popular streamer. She's a hot tub streamer, and that's most likely the reason why she's been. She's gonna be okay, but knowing when she got the alert that she's been banned, from all of them, from all the social media accounts, from the Twitch one in particular, she didn't understand why. They didn't really give her a reason why. So there was really
Which
no.
I hear is something Twitch does a lot. They just kind of like.
I mean, last week there was the big Twitch got hacked, and so everybody's accounts, their passwords, I believe that maybe the financial accounts were all. What's the word when something gets hacked? What is the word?
Hacked?
I mean, not hacked. I mean, compromised. There you go. Compromised. So, this streamer here, she being a hot tub streamer, and we know how that goes. She might have said or done something, or maybe maybe she had a Janet Jackson scenario happen. I don't know, but Twitch didn't tell her. But just learning that this has been a thing among Twitch, not really. Like, yeah, if you're gonna ban somebody, this is my what I see it is when you ban people, give them the reason why they've been banned. Don't just say, hey, you're banned, and now you can't log into your account, or you can't stream. When you hit the go live button, it won't go live. It's a love-hate relationship, obviously, between us streamers and Twitch. We understand that. It's like mommy and daddy. We love you, but we're gonna hate you some days. We're gonna give you a hard time as streamers, because that's what we do. We're content creators. We're eclectic. We have these ideas that we want to try these new things because we have our own network. We have our own TV of people watching us. So we want people to tune in. So we're gonna do crazy things. So, but just tell us what we did wrong. Just say, hey, I'm punished for this reason. You did this. Your boob popped out or whatever. You had a butt cheek go way too far to the left. Something, or you cuss too much. Let us know. I have no problem with being, in trouble. Like if I got banned, I'll be like, all right, just tell me what I did wrong. That's all. And okay, I won't do it again. But
And you won't do it again.
Right. But for this, streamer here, she is like basically, well, she's gonna be okay because she's popular on Instagram and Twitter and TikTok. She's probably monetizing all that, and I know on Twitch they shut down the monetizing side of it for her. So, but I don't think she's gonna get her from that. Unless people already follow her and things of that nature.
So, Ahman, when you read into that article by Kotaku on this, at one point it says she makes $1.3 million per month. So
what? Oh yeah, she's good. I missed that, by the way.
Good.
Thank you for the support. She's okay.
Imagine, honestly, if I made $1.3 million a month for streaming from a hot tub, I would probably work for about 2 or 3 months and be like, I'm out. See you guys later. Like, I'm going to go travel the world or just do whatever, play golf. That's so amazing. Congrats. By the way, congratulations to her. And Ahman.
She's still winning.
I don't know why. Why haven't we done this? So the females take advantage a little. Okay. I'm not trying to diss anyone. But
Okay.
You're trying to get views, and being in a hot tub, you can take advantage of men or women, and they're like, oh, I want to see this beautiful person in a hot tub. Ahman,
You're right.
are you gonna
You want
why
to do
don't you
this?
jump in a hot tub?
Well, I gotta get
Why
approval.
don't you jump in a hot tub? And maybe we'll get some more viewership.
I gotta talk to.
I mean, that's not gonna work if I jump in a hot tub, but maybe if you do.
Maybe I gotta get approval from Miss Green upstairs. She's at a doctor's appointment now. I gotta go there. But deny yes to the Twitch chat real quick. Yeah, I know you've been reminding me. You were reminding me for 3 days, and I still didn't get a chance. Just a lot of information going on for me. But yeah, I gotta go through the higher ranks, John, before we do have a hot tub here at the Green Residence, and maybe that can happen. But like I said, I gotta get approval from the wifey first. So
maybe we can have like one special edition episode, the hot tub edition, where Ahman jumps in the hot tub.
Maybe
jump on the craze. It'd be so funny.
We might as well. Since we're doing this thing on solo now, we might as well do whatever we can to make it happen. All right, so we're gonna.
I'll put a hot tub virtual background, by the way.
That's right. And so we're gonna click over to your story now. So what is your story? I was reading about it, and this show is just doing things to people. So tell us about Squid Game and what Squid Game might be bringing to us, John.
Okay, if you're not on to Squid Game yet on Netflix,
You
I
better
finished
be.
episode 1 last night. It is pretty shocking. It is a series where contestants play children's games until one of them is left alive. And now Netflix, who is going to get into the video game industry and publish games within their app, a lot of people are saying Squid Game, that's got to be the one that you start to do. And the more I think about it, Netflix turning Squid Game into a video game would be a home run, because it's got violence, which is good. It's got strategy and games, which is good. It's got the popularity already through the TV series, so you've already got that built in within it. And if you make a kick-ass game, I mean, that could be one that just launches Netflix gaming to wherever they want to go.
Right. I haven't gotten into it because I've been doing, I do my October horror movie month thing.
Oh, you're gonna love it, Ahman.
So I definitely got to watch this. I'm gonna start probably, since it's a series, I could do like an episode a day. I could space it out. But yeah, I've been hearing so much about it, so I'm just anxious to see it. I'm excited to see it, and even though it's subtitles, right? Is it because I saw the preview? Can you put English in, or is it subtitles?
It's kind of like Who Killed Sarah. So I believe it's Korean.
Yes.
So you have like the actors mouthing, but then you have American or English-speaking actors dubbing over their voices on it. So.
Right. I'm sorry. I wasn't laughing at you. Laughing at the Twitch chat. We had Blind Reaper. He laughed at my comment about Janet Jackson's incident. he said LMAO Janet Jackson incident, and he said just check. TOS calls guys can't be shirtless. Oh, we can't be shirtless. Really? Hold up. Time out.
No. What?
I gotta read it. This don't make sense. So why would I get in a hot tub with a shirt on? See, that don't even make sense. It don't even sound right.
That doesn't even. Is that really terms of service that you can't? A man can't take off a shirt?
I guess he said just for your information, so I guess it is. Thank you, Brian Reaper, for that information. And he's got and then Big B, he's chiming in, of course. Big B, John. He says Batman and Loki in a hot tub would be a sight to see. But we could be a full costume then, since we can't have our shirts off. There you go.
Oh, that's the way to get through it. You should be in a hot tub in a Batman costume.
There it is. Just be like this, post it up. What's up?
Yeah.
All right.
Hold on. Turn service Twitch shirtless. I gotta look that up.
Yep. Since I hadn't been able to get all the audio in for the week, people tuning in, podcast and Twitch, so we're just gonna go right into this or that. We don't have the fun intro, outro. I have them, but I didn't get it in put in my stream deck. My stream deck was tripping last night, so we're going to this or that.
This or that.
This or that.
Right.
First one up.
All right, vampires or witches, a very Halloween theme. Ooh, there we go. Vampires or witches?
Witches. Which one?
I'm going to go vampires. I think you got to go vampires, right? You can live forever.
Yep. I'm vampires too. I'm a vampires guy. I love a lot of the vampire movies. There's Apollo right there, about to take a nap. But the only one vampire movie that my wife loves because it's
Twilight.
really no,
Oh, okay.
because it's not really that much vampire like action going on. Like for me, vampires biting a human and attacking other vampires or werewolves, whatever. It's Interview with a Vampire. I know it's a great movie,
Sure.
great actors: Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise, Kirsten Dunst when she was like 11, 12. I get it. I get the A-list actors. I get it. Great storyline. It's a great plot. But I'm like, that's a drama to me. That's not even a horror.
Yeah.
So, but that's my only little, I'll say, vampire movie that I don't really like get behind. Like I'll watch it because she's watching it, but when it's up to me, it's either Underworld. I got werewolves and vampires. Not that other one. I don't even want to talk about the other one. We told you that story how my kid set me up for failure while watching Twilight. Oh, I said it. My bad. I was so angry. It just discombobulated myself. So, all right, vampires. I am vampire all day. Well, we got Big
Vampires.
V.
I mean, yeah.
I'm sorry. Big Boom Howard says vampires, and he says, and then Big B says witches live for hundreds of years too. So I think he's a witch guy.
Oh, dude.
Or a warlock.
Witches live for
Or a wizard for a guy, right?
a warlock is a male witch, I
Yes,
believe.
warlock or wizard. Yeah.
Witches, I don't know. I guess witches. Do witches live for hundreds of years? I guess they probably.
Well,
do.
vampires live for thousands of years.
Yeah.
Thousands. I mean, I could be a vampire.
I guess maybe
right
his
now.
point is, who knows?
And
We don't know.
I learned how to live during the daylight.
But if you're a witch, you do have spells and things like that, so that might be beneficial.
Agree.
Vampires don't have spells.
Vampires don't, but they can collaborate with witches. Like they hang out
it's-
with werewolves and hang out with the mummies.
Do witches have a kryptonite? Because a vampire's kryptonite is garlic.
Garlic and,
Or like
and a steak
or
to the
wooden
heart.
steak.
And a steak and
Yeah.
sunlight. Witches.
And so, yeah, there's.
Well, we know in Wizard of Oz it was water or whatever it was. Or no, was it Dorothy snapping her feet together? That was.
I think
It was- or she
didn't they throw water on that witch?
Yeah, I think it was water on
happened
that
to that?
witch. And then in the
movie's
witch,
only like 80 years old.
the one movie where the witches turned the kids to rats, that one was also water, wasn't it?
I don't know.
It was something like that. All right, next this or that here.
I mean, if water's your weakness, you're pretty weak. Skydiving or bungee jumping, this or
Agreed.
that. I want to say neither. By the way, if I had to pick one,
Really?
probably skydiving. I don't want to jump out of a plane, and I don't want to rely on a rope to save me. I mean, I don't. Neither of these sound appealing to me. I would like to avoid these activities altogether, but I guess I would skydive when you can skydive with somebody else, with somebody experienced.
Yes.
At least that way I
Like in
can
the
trust that this
picture?
guy's still alive.
Like in the
Yeah.
picture.
Yeah.
And
Like in the picture right here.
I agree. I would do it the same, and I did do it with it was a tandem jump. I would not jump
Yeah.
with a string, and that string, holding my life literally in its fabric to keep me alive. No, I'm not doing a bungee, but I will jump out of a plane tandemly, or if
Yes.
I had military training, I would go solo, but I don't. So tandem, because I jumped with a guy years ago in the Milwaukee Air Show.
Yeah.
And he had over 50,000 jumps. He had jumped
Oh.
with celebrities, politicians, presidents, everything. Commanders, queens, kings. When C said that, I said, oh, we good. I said, we could do this. He's like, oh, yeah, I got over 50,000 jumps, military and
Good.
and recreate, for fun and, for entertainment or for me to make money. I'm like, oh, we good. I'm good. I said, I'm going to fall. I'm going to
Yeah.
just take a nap halfway down, knowing that. So I was very comfortable jumping
I would
out
trust
that
that
plane.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I trust that guy for sure.
Yeah, so so to the Twitch chat real
anything in the
quick,
chat?
in the chat, yeah. So Big Boom says water for him with the witches, killing them with the witches, and then Big B says skydiving, or no, Boomer says skydiving. Big B says skydiving because I don't have to worry about rope breaking. The professionals get you down safely. Agreed.
Thank you, Big
B.
B. Yes.
Agreed. All right,
Yes.
next this or that.
Coca-Cola, or red wine. This one, Ahmad, is really simple for me. Pour me a nice glass of red wine, and I will sit back and relax and drink that. The Coca-Cola, to me, I like it if I'm mixing a drink, but here's the thing with soda for me, for the most part. If I'm drinking soda, I want like 5 to 7 ounces. I want those little mini cans.
Those, yeah, from back in the day. I remember those. The little
Yeah, little
one.
mini. They still make them. They still make them.
I haven't seen 'em.
You start getting 12 and 20 ounces. But apparently, I just go like, all right, I don't need this much. I don't want this much. My teeth feel all gross because of the sugar. Ugh.
So let's make that two glasses of red wine with you, sir. I will join you on that. I am a red wine guy. I try to get my 2 to 3 glasses in a week. It's good, also good for your heart. You know, it's good for the body and the soul. Was it over in Italy, Spain? I say some of the cultures over in Europe, they do it right because they start serving red wine to their kids before they're even 12 years old. And my wife, who's Italian, she's Sicilian, she grew up drinking wine once a week. And obviously she didn't like it, so she didn't continue with it. But I'm like, oh, that's dope. I would have loved a red wine as a kid. I probably needed a red wine as a kid.
My father's from Colombia, and during Christmas time, he was my daughter last year for school was interviewing her grandparents, right? And she was talking to my dad about growing up in Colombia. My dad told the story about imagine a little 7-year-old hearing this at the time,
right?
And at Christmas time, they would give the kids wine. Just to, I don't know. I guess it was a tradition in Colombia where the kids would get wine with Christmas time and everything like that. And my daughter was like, "You guys got wine? You guys got alcohol? That's so weird." But hey, I mean, every culture is different. And
it is.
It seems to be okay.
It is okay. It is. In every culture, it can be okay. So for the Twitch chat, we got Deny with red wine, Big B and Boomer and Big Boom Hauer, Coke. They want what's that, the high fructose corn syrup in their system. Yeah. Just think about that, fellas. Just letting you know. Next on the list,
smoothie or juice. You know what? The juice is just straight up just full of sugars, right? It's not that. Listen, nothing is healthy.
I don't know where you. When you said it like that, I was like, "Oh man, he about to bring the thunder." When you said it's straight up like,
it's just straight up sugar, right? For the most part. Which, by the way, when you buy like orange juice and then you look and they're like adding sugar to orange juice, like, don't add. Anyway, smoothie. At least you can control the ingredients you're putting into your body, right?
True.
You do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Put some spinach. You drink it all, and it's thick, and it makes your body work for it as opposed to juice where it just absorbs sugar.
I love the sound effects, by the way. Good job. Good job. But what if you could go to a juice bar? Go to a juice bar and they actually put the nice stuff together, minus all the preservatives. But I'm with another one. Make that 2 smoothies, please, when we go to the next smoothie bar, because I'm with you on that. My favorite smoothie is kind of like this one in the picture. It looks like it has blueberries in it. I love blueberries. And any berry, blueberry, strawberry, blackberries, cherries. I don't know if cherry's a berry. I guess it is. Maybe. I don't know. But it's close. I like blueberries because a little health hack here. Any dark fruit helps you stay and look young. Any dark fruit. When the skin on the outside of that fruit is dark, so black cherries, blueberries, strawberries, oranges, even vegetables too. Those are the vegetables and fruits that keep your skin looking young. It has an enzyme in its DNA that promotes skin health and rejuvenation. Just so you know, health hack here. There. Hope you're welcome. You're welcome. And we have two dogs and a guy. I love this. This is the name. This is their Twitch chat name, John. So toss up depending on sugar levels for sure. There you go. Been digging. Using a nice cold press juicer from Best Buy. Nice. Here you two dogs and a guy. I have 2 dogs and I'm a guy. Boom. He fits everything. How did you come with that? That's a beautiful name. All right. And Denai says, so many dogs in the stream. Oh, he says so many dogs in the stream. Yeah, Apollo and Ace are right behind me. All right. Off to the next this or that.
Next this or that. Books or blogs? By the way, I think more dogs in the screen will help the Twitch numbers.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. Books or blogs? Ahman, I'll let you take this one first.
I've probably been more into the book diving recently. Getting keeping my coaching acumen up. So I've been reading a lot of books, how to train players and mentally train players to, get past winning or get past, being a winner, but also losing, getting past the loss, being confident in your game. So I say books where I'm at right now. I've been digging into a lot of books recently.
Yeah, I would probably say books over blogs. I feel like not every blog and not every book is like this, but for the most part, if I had to break it down, a blog is just somebody's random thoughts at the time. There might be some research or whatever put into that. A book, I feel like, and by the way, it could be obviously, a work of fiction or nonfiction.
Correct.
But a book, I feel like if you're writing a book, it took you a long time and you read it a bunch and you perfected everything. You said, you know what, I got to put this in, I got to take that out. I feel like it's just a better overall version of a blog, I guess, for lack of a better term. But I'll go with books. I'll go with books. But I'm all about the audiobooks, by the way.
I know. I need to get into that, man. When I'm on the road.
So easy. It's like listening to podcasts. Oh, you know how many books you could have gotten through on that drive?
I know. I did. I played a little bit. I did read like 3 or 4 chapters out of the book I'm reading about training athlete from a mental point of view, basically. That's not the title. It's just how I can remember it. I read that, and then I read a little bit of my Ready Player 2 book. So Ready Player 2, the writer for that wrote Ready Player 1. He has the Ready Player 2 book out now. So getting through that book.
Okay. Next, this or that. I'm on Billie Eilish or Doja Cat.
Yeah, their music.
Yeah.
So who is on your playlist before?
I'll put Billie Eilish on there. The first time I heard Billie Eilish, I didn't know who she was. Listen, I'm a little behind sometimes in music in that respect because I was so into the sports world. But I was scrolling through Instagram and there was this weird video with Billie Eilish. And I'm watching. I'm like, what is this? Who is this? And I had to do the research, click on the comments. Like, who is this? And I was just Billie Eilish. I was like, oh, she's different. Like, she is groundbreaking type of different. So I'll go Billie Eilish.
Yeah, I believe her first single, which you might be referring to, was in that one, like a superhero movie, but a horror movie, Black something Burn. And it was just like hitting. I'm like, okay, she got a little different rhythm, different beats, but it comes together. I like it. And doing my homework and looking up both, she's only 19. She is 19. I'm like, what? I thought she was like at least 25, almost 30. She's 19 years old. That means when she hit it big, she was like 16, three years ago. Wow. I'm like, wow. And Doja Cat got some fire. Now she's bringing some hot singles out. She got the new song out. I'm with you. I don't know all the names of it, but I know I like their music, and I'm with you as well. I'm a Billie Eilish fan. I like her. I like her tone. She vibes. She for sure is a vibe artist. You listen to her music. Doja Cat is a little bit more upbeat. It's like more of a dancing type. Like you want to get out there and nay and all that stuff. Whatever these other dances out there that these kids do, that they barely move it. They just do their arms because they're on TikTok. They're trying to stay in the frame.
Yep.
So I'm Billie Eilish all day. We got Deny. Billie Eilish is a celeb crush for sure. Back Big B with the books. He said you don't read many books, and Big B also says neither for me. I like 60s, 70s, and 80s and 90s music. And Big B, you must be an old soul, brother. He's a kid. He's not a kid.
He's a kid?
He's a teenager, but he's an old soul. He is an old soul.
Wait, Big B's a teenager?
He's in college. He's in college now.
Oh,
I met him I met him a year ago or 2 years ago.
Big B, that's awesome.
He's an old soul. All right, I think we got a couple more left here. Yeah, we got one more. It's the last one. Last one.
All right, I'm gonna leave this one straight up to Ahman because you are infamous or prototype. I'll let Ahman in the chat take this one.
All right, so I'll put these two up here because when I looked at, I was doing some homework. I said, all right, I got to get a game one in here. I'm gonna make sure I always have something video game in this or that. And I found these two games, and I played both. But I'm like, I didn't really, I knew they were the same, but they're pretty much, identical. I didn't know that they were like exactly the same. So they're two different games. Two different names, but the same game. Both of the hero you are in this game have like crazy, silly, organic powers. If it's something almost like similar to like between a Magneto and a Jean Grey. You know, you could control metal, but you could use your body to do things like Prototype. You could use your body to attack, and like his arm there, he turned it into I don't know even what that is, like a claw, a crab arm to stab and grab things. But in Infamous, you could use electricity. You could use the ground and throw at people and kill. You know, so you could. So it's like you said, like I said, it's like they almost X-Men brothers pretty much. So, but a game I did play, and I played it a little bit more than I did the other, is Infamous. Did you hear that?
That was my fault.
Sorry, I was like, am I losing my mind? I was like,
who's entered the chat?
I was like, am I hearing things already? It's too early for that. I should not be hearing voices in my head. Okay, anyway, Infamous is my pick. And Big B is 21 years old now, just so you know.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. All right, but Infamous is my pick. All right. So that wraps up this or that. And Big B said he's never played any of these, but you can now. You could go to, they're both on PlayStation. And one, you could probably do the PlayStation Plus and search them. And that's Ace behind me right now, getting comfortable. All right, now on to game releases. Game releases. We have it down, don't we? And so
make our own.
All right, I got the funnest game that ever has been made. We got Jackbox Party Pack 8 coming out.
Sounds awesome.
Comes out tomorrow, and I have a video too. I put that in too. So it's all what we know. And if you haven't played, I know the Greenies in the chat, especially Big B, has been a part of when we played Jackbox Party here on Ahman Green TV and Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge. So it's basically a trivia game. You play and you answer questions, and it's similar. It's not as raunchy as Cards Against Humanity, but it's funny, it's comical, and it's on a video game. So you could play it, and what you do, John, you play it with your phone. So you don't even have to have a console to have this game. You basically you connect either with your phone, a tablet, or computer, and it sends you a QR code, a scan code. Scan it, and you go to the website where they have the questions up, and you got to pick everybody has about a minute to 30 seconds to answer the question. And so you answer your selection, and it doesn't have, it's not, factual. It's just basically, it's questions, the way you answer, like how you would feel about something, or what you would, do. So it's not the atypical, like, game show type questions. They're actually off the wall questions, and that's what makes it fun. And so this is Party Pack 8. They didn't.
That sounds fun.
It is fun. So this is something that the audience family would definitely enjoy.
Yeah.
It is PG rated, so that means everyone can play it.
Hey.
And you can check it out. They have the other earlier versions. So there's obviously this is 8, so you got 7 more you can go check out. And they're not.
Do I download that on my phone, or how do I get that?
You could download it on anything, like on your Switch. And
on my Switch?
You could go to the website on your phone and look at the website and see how you could play. You could play through your different, your tablet or iPad, things of that nature.
I'm definitely going to take a look at that, Ahman. Jackbox Party Pack 8.
Yeah. So Big B said, "Who was that voice?" he heard it too. I'm like, I'm losing it again. and they have Quiplash. They got games within a game, so it's a whole bunch of games within that game, and it's fun. It's fun. So
nice.
So the Good Life? That is the state motto of Nebraska. Just so you know.
Hey, the Good Life.
The Good Life.
All right.
So tell us about the Good Life, John.
All right, it's on PC, PS4, Xbox, and the Switch coming out this week. And so once again, the way I choose my games for my game releases, I scroll through and I say, that one sounds interesting. And then I research it.
I love it.
And if it's really bad, I just chuck it. But I decided to stay with this one, The Good Life, about $40 if you want to pre-order it now. But it is about a journalist. It's an RPG game. It's about a journalist who's drowning in debt and is at the end of her rope. This is straight from the Nintendo.com website. Having accepted a request from the Morning Bell newspaper to uncover the mystery of a small English town, Naomi, the journalist, finds herself far away from home in New York in rainy woods. Upon beginning her investigation, camera in hand, soon discovers an inexplicable phenomenon in which the townspeople transform into cats and dogs as night falls. So she tries to reveal the truth about rainy woods, solve mysteries as a human, a cat, or a dog. I'm going to be honest, when I looked at the trailer for this, I Googled the trailer. It's like 2 minutes and 55 seconds. And I started watching it. It was kind of like they didn't do a good job on this trailer. I hope this isn't the like official trailer because this is made the game seem really boring. But when you look at it, it just seemed like an RPG, a different type of RPG. It seemed a little bit fun. The Good Life. It's only about $40 and it comes out this week.
Well, yeah. Well, people that loves it will love it if they're dog and cat lovers because people are turning into
a cat
cats.
or a dog.
Yep. Yes, cat or a dog. So price is good. I didn't give you the price for Jackbox, but you can Google it. But I got a video for Jackbox right here. So here's my video. But yeah, like I said, Jackbox, fun game. Everybody knows this. Like I said, it's on Switch. See, right there, John. It just showed the Switch commercial. I know you can't hear I can't hear the audio, but this is how the game is set up. And then they ask you questions, and they do the setting like from a movie. So that like was from Lord of the Rings setting. And so your characters are there. You could pick your character, and that's like the map where you gotta go through each game. So that's each game you gotta play. And there's the question. They ask you a question. You select through your phone. I don't know why the screen is doing that right now.
What's it doing that?
It has its own brain right now. I'm like trying to look at it. Oh, here we go.
Switch the other way.
Yeah.
Try the other way.
Maybe it's the chair because the blue. I don't know. Ace, what are you doing over there? He heard his name. He looked up. He's like, ah. But yeah. So you see the game, and then when you die, like when you lose, you like get ate by the monster or something. That's the funny part when you see the graphics on the screen. So that's a Jackbox Party Pack 8. That is a mouthful to say. On the Switch.
It's about $30. $30 on the Switch.
There you go. It's on the Switch. So that was game releases. So headed over to what's on stream. Roll your boat gently down the stream. Oh. What's on stream? So we got 2 movies. Both. I have seen both. Okay. When I saw you put this on the Run Show, I'm like, ooh, yes. Excuse me. But I'll let you talk about it. But I'm going to talk, excuse me, I have my throat flammed up. I'm going to talk about The Old Ways. It's on Netflix, and it is it's a psychological, little paranormal activity going on, thriller. And I say young crew, young actor, it is, hold on. And, it is a story about basically a young lady that gets, like when I started watching, I'm like, maybe she has they say she got a demon in her and they're trying to exorcise, the demon out. So I'm like, maybe her demon is that she's addicted to like drugs or something. But it tells a story of her getting this demon out of her. And they go back down to Mexico and do it the old school way. It ain't all like, have you seen in, The Conjuring or other horror movies? They do it the old way, the old school way. So they're doing where they're bringing in chickens, and you got the old lady with all the she got on the face coverings and the markings, and a pig. I don't know. I think it's a chicken blood on her face. So they getting down and dirty to get this ghost or this demon out this young lady to get her life together. And it's been on Netflix for a couple weeks now. I've been seeing it. Actually, it was referred to by one of my nephews who knows I'm doing my October horror movie month, and he's like, Unc, you gotta check this out. You'll like, if you watch this movie. I watched something else. I watched that another one called Someone's in Your House. That is cold. It's like a new age Scream. Check that out too. But check out The Old Ways. It's on Netflix. It's been on there probably the whole month of October. It's a fun movie. It is entertaining to say the least, and you'll enjoy it if you love paranormal, if you love little kind of like a voodoo action type setting. Check it out. The Old Way on Netflix. You have fun with this, and it's October, so let's do it. Let's go. So what you got, John?
Mine is the new Dave Chappelle show on Netflix, stand-up special, I should say. It's called The Closer. Now, you may or may not enjoy this, to be quite honest.
True.
It's causing some controversy that's been picked up throughout several media outlets, but it's Dave Chappelle's latest stand-up special. I do enjoy his perspective on life and comedy, and you got to go in knowing you're watching comedy. I think that's very important. But
point taken.
He does talk a lot about trans people, and that is what's sparking the controversy for some. But Netflix is defending Chappelle right now. But I would just say decide for yourself if you like it or you don't like it. Dave Chappelle, The Closer, and I enjoy hearing Dave Chappelle speak, and I enjoy hearing Dave Chappelle jokes. I don't know if this was my most favorite special of Dave Chappelle I've seen.
I can see why. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. So it's Dave Chappelle's The Closer on Netflix. If you want to see what everybody's talking about.
Yeah, if you want to, I mean, it is definitely his. He pushes the envelope. Definitely could say that he pushes the envelope. He leaves no culture, white, black, Latino, gay, lesbian. He touches on every aspect, but like I said, he gets serious, and you got to and you said it perfectly, John. You got to go in it saying, okay, he's a comedian. You know what he talks about. I think Kevin Hart had to say this too. You know, I'm a comedian. I do this for entertainment. This is my job. So I'm trying to make light of things in our world. So try to keep. I say it's tough. It is a tough watch. I'll be honest, and I agree with John. But watch it so you can kind of educate yourself, because he does still spit out a few facts and educational facts about our history as a country. So he always does a good job by sprinkling that in there along with the comedy, but obviously the highbrow and above. It's definitely not a family show. So put the kids away. Put the kids away so you can enjoy this and watch this show. But I say a good performance in itself, because he's saying a lot of different things out there. Obviously, some of it you may not agree with, but this is him.
And he tries to bring it. I think he tries to bring it all together at the end with his story about Daphne the comic. So
yes,
he's trying to bring
Fantastic
his perspective
story.
All together with this. It pretty much ends the last, I don't know, it felt like 20 minutes of the show.
Right.
That story.
So yeah, it was a great. He puts his shows are. He's the GOAT in terms of stand-up comedy, and so he does a good job as always putting his stories together, his shows together. And we know as people that do speaking engagement like ourselves, that we speak out in public, that's not easy to do what he does. None of the comedians that do what they do is not easy. They gotta understand the crowd. They gotta know when to do the punchline, pay attention. You're observing when you say a joke what the people are saying, if they're laughing or not laughing, or if people are getting up and going to the bathroom. You see all that as a comedian on the stage by yourself. And he's done a fantastic job. I did see him live in person earlier in my career here in Green Bay. It's like 2001, and it was the off season. And I got I don't know how I got the alert, but I got an alert, and somebody told me, "Hey, Dave Chappelle's coming to Oshkosh." I said, "What?" I was like, "I'm there, and I believe I went with Mark Tauscher. Me and Tausch went down. And
nice.
And we had a great time. We laughed so hard. It was on the campus of UW Oshkosh, UW Green Bay, or UW Wisconsin Oshkosh. So
was this during the Dave Chappelle show?
No, this was 2001. Dave Chappelle's show didn't start until 2006.
Really?
So this is years. This was before. This was during and while he was shooting movies like Half Baked. He did that. He was in Robin Hood. He was one of the one of Robin Hood's henchmen or whatever. Okay. He always had the sly remark to say. But that is, I think that I got a preview for the old way. So let the preview run, and then we're coming up to the end of the show here. So that's the preview. It is, you see, it's old school. It's down in Mexico, and it was called I think their witch doctor is like a Bodero, or it starts with a B. I know that it starts with the letter B. But there's the old lady witch I was telling you about. That's the young lady that is getting exercised, getting the demon pulled out of her.
Demons out of that young lady.
They're pulling all the stops out of. Is that chicken? Was that, and that rat just got crushed? It's like, dang. Is it a demon or not a demon? I was like, maybe she just got an addiction to drugs. But they was like, it ain't that. It's more than that. You started to see other stuff, like they pulling this thing out of her one. Like I was like, what? I was like, that hurt.
Stuff out of
Man, he pulled it out of her stomach. Like, dang. And it kind of like a stigmata. You ever seen the movie Stigmata?
Oh,
where
their eyes?
where if you believed in Jesus so much that you started to go through what he did when he got crucified.
Oh, yes.
Like he got the nails pushed. So they did a scene like that in the movie.
Yeah.
It was pretty. It went good. It went deep. So there was my preview. So I hope you enjoyed Artie. So Shelly, Avron, and the whole team with Artie Streamer. This is going to be the new addition to the Gamers Lounge. Is having a little broadcast stuff, but hopefully it stays in one spot. I don't know why it's moving around, but I hope everybody enjoyed it. I know I did. I was nervous. I was anxious about it. I was nervous about it. I didn't know what it was going to do, and it worked. It's something that we got to plan. So make sure, give me all the stuff early. All your selections early. Actually, no, I was able to get the stuff in pretty quick today. What you had in the run a show. So at least by Monday I could get everything in there.
Yeah.
But
I'll get it in.
Yep. So yeah, we'll be back next week. Me and John again, talking about video games, talking about what's going on in the industry. We're talking about game releases, and of course, what's on stream. Man, it's October. There's so many movies I've been watching. Obviously, getting on the Squid Game. I've got to watch that.
Squid Game.
Yeah. So
Yes.
go to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you download your podcast. Download it, rate us, review us, because that rate and the review is important. It gets us more, followers. It gets the attention that we need to basically continue to grow our network, our show. So do that. So we're back. We're going to be on a little bit earlier now. So we'll be on at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, week over week. So just so you know that, I put that in the Discord as well. So jump in the Discord so you see that. So that is our new time and record time and live time here on Twitch. So on the podcast and on Twitch, Deny, Big B. Two guys and a dog, or two dogs and a guy. Love the name. Thank you for joining us today, and catch you next week, John. Have a great day.
See ya.